channel. Today we're going to be doing my everyday running errands slash work kind of makeup. This is good for school, this is good for an office, 9-to-5 job, you're running errands. And honestly, this is good if you're not into these super glam looks. You know, this is good for someone just starting out with makeup or anything like that. So this is the look that we're going to be doing today. It's very matte, very skin orientated, I guess you could say, kind of look, where it's mostly focused on like the glowingness of the skin, not so much the eyes. I use only mattes on my eyes, no false lashes. So this is kind of for the girl that just wants an everyday kind of look. And again, like I say every time, my everyday kind of look could be someone's like crazy, super glam kind of look for you. You can do whatever you want for this. And you don't have to use the same products that I'm using. Whatever you guys have at home, you could use for this look, absolutely. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. But honestly, the shades in here are just like browns that I'm using today. So any brown that you have at home, you can use for this look. Any lip that you have, you can use for this look. So if you guys are interested in how I got this look, keep watching. I already have my skin primed. I went in with the Ordinary High Adherence Silicone Primer. I got this from Beautylish. And this is like $5, and it's really good silicone primer for like drier types of skin. There's a lot of them that I can't use because it like balls up or it makes my skin look extra dry and flaky, but this one's actually really good, and for $5, you can't beat that. Going in with the Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Foundation. This is literally my favorite drugstore foundation, and honestly, this beats most of my high-end foundations. Amazing, and it's only like $9. So my shade is 128 Warm Nude. I'm using the brush from one of the holiday kits from last year, Morphe brushes. It's literally my favorite foundation brush. "30 seconds into the video and I already got foundation on my shirt. For concealer and like my contour bronzer, liquid contour bronzer, I'm gonna be going in with the ColourPop No Filter concealers. I just got these in the mail a couple days ago, and these are really good. I believe these were like $5 or $6. I'll list it below. But yeah, these are really good. The only thing that I would say is that they do separate, as you can probably see in there. But it's really nothing that's crazy horrible. I just kind of like mix it up and pump it around before I apply it. So I'm gonna go in with the darker shade for like my bronzer. This is Dark 44, where you put your contour. Really not a contour, I don't know why I keep on saying that, because it's a very warm color. It's definitely like more of a bronzer, just to warm up my skin a little bit. I'm just gonna pat this out with this brush. This is the Sephora Multitasking Complexion brush. 45 is the number next to it. The highlighting concealer that I got is very pale. I got it in Fair 04, and that's one of the problems I think with online shopping. You can't see it and really see what it would look like in person. So this is very fair. So I'm going to use my Born This Way Too Faced concealer in the shade Nude, and I'm just going to apply this out towards the end. Easier to blend in with my bronzing color. Go with the ColourPop one and apply this directly underneath the eye. So it's really bright right there, and then kind of goes out to like a normal skin color. So it's not just that bright white under eye. So now using my Morphe sponge, I'm just gonna pat this out. I'm praying my cat doesn't jump up here right now. That would just ruin everything on my table. I'm just taking my RCMA No Color powder. I'm just gonna set all of that. Still using the same Morphe sponge that's just slightly dampened. Then after I put that on with the sponge, I put a little bit on a brush and kind of just dust off the stuff from the sponge, and then kind of bring it into places that the sponge didn't go. The JH02, I'm going to go in with my Hoola bronzer, and I'm just going to quickly bronze my skin. And putting that bronzer, the cream bronzer concealer on before this kind of just makes this easier, and this kind of just makes it a little bit more dark from all the powders and concealer under after the eye that we put on after. Because this is like my everyday go-to like work makeup, I'm really not contouring at all. I'm not going to worry about having the dark line or anything like that. I'm just quickly bronzing the skin to give it some color again. Now that I have like the base of my powders and foundation on, I'm just going to spray it with the Morphe Continuously Setting Spray. Just try to melt those powders in so it's not so powdery and dry looking. I'm going to fill my eyebrows off camera. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer in the shade Brunette, and I'll be right back. Okay, brows are on. I literally hate how I look with foundation and brows. I'll say it every single time. It's so scary. The last video I started with my brows and foundation on, and the second it started, I was like, hi, welcome to my channel. My husband starts it and goes, what's wrong with your eyebrows? I'm like, that's how they always look. They're always just so dark and harsh without any more like eyeshadow or mascara on. I'm like, don't worry, just keep watching, it'll get better. We're gonna go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. I just picked this up probably a month ago. You can tell it's already starting to get dirty, which is so sad because you guys saw my Modern Renaissance and it's so dirty, but this one is starting to get there itself. But I use this all the time. I stood in that aisle for probably, no, not even kidding, like 30 minutes, and I asked 3 or 4 different like workers at Sephora what palette they would go with because I wanted the Soft Glam, I wanted the Norvina, and I wanted the Sultry. And I just continuously sat there swatching every single one. I had swatches literally all over both of my arms, and every single person that worked there said this one because you can make so many more looks out of this, which I totally agree, and I'm glad that I got now because there's so many good mattes in here, and there's still 5 really good shimmers in here. But this, all of these matte shades right here are so universal, and you can do so many different things with them. And I put the other ones on my Christmas list, so I just figured, and I know that someone's gonna get me a Sephora Ulta gift card, so I can always get that later. This time, I'm really glad that I got this palette. I'm starting off with the JH31, and I'm gonna go into Burnt Orange right here. And I'm just gonna work that around my whole crease. Messily applying this. I'm not trying to keep it just right in the crease. I'm kind of just pulling it all over the place, always flicking it out. That way you can get more of an elongated eye instead of a round eye. If you're wondering what happened to my cute little Happy Holidays picture, stay tuned to the end. Once I build up that burnt orange shade, I'm going to go into Rustic and a little bit of Sienna. I have the JH33, which is the same as the N433. I'm just going to focus this on the outer part of my eye. And then when there's not a lot left on the brush, I'm just going to bring that around the crease area and flick it out towards the brow. Going back in with the JH31, I'm going to go into Orange Soda. I'm going to put this and blend all of that out together and soften out the edges. For the lower lash line, I'm going to use the JH39 and go into Rustic and a little bit of Sienna. I'm going to put this all over the bottom lash line. You always want to make sure that you're connecting the lower lash line to the upper eye. That way it's not separated. Taking the JH38, I'm going to go back into Burnt Orange and soften what we did on the bottom. In the M321, go into Orange Soda. So we're basically just doing these same steps on the lower lash line with the same shades. Taking a cute little JH42 brush, I'm going to go into Tempera. It's kind of like a satin. It has a little bit of a sheen to it. It's not completely matte, which is good for an eye look like this. That is just like an everyday thing. I'm just going to highlight my brow bone in my inner corner. For my lashes and apply mascara, I'm using the Too Faced Better Than Sex and the NYX Worth the Hype. This gives really good thickness to the lashes, and I feel like this really separates them and makes them longer, so I kind of use both. I'm going to tightline the waterline on the top, which is any black liner. Once I build dialed up my mascara to how long and thick I want it. I don't use lashes every day, that's why I'm really building up the mascara. Because I work in an office, I sell insurance. I'm not seeing a lot of people, but don't get me wrong, there are some days that I wake up really early and I'm like, I want the halo eye, the cut crease, the lashes, and that's just because I'm feeling fancy that morning, or I want to post something and I don't have anything to post, so I'll do a lot the morning of, take some pictures and go to work. Which is actually what I've been doing, because like I've said 1,000 times, our kitchen's getting redone, so our contractors are getting here at like 6:45 in the morning. So I'm definitely not sleeping at that time. It's either A, I want to lay in bed for a little longer, staring at my phone, where I want to wake up, really do my makeup, take some pictures, and then go to work. Now I'm going to apply some blush. I'm going to use the very old, very loved Jaclyn Hill Becca Compact. I don't even know what this thing is called. It's a Champagne Collection face palette. Now these, obviously, like our Champagne Pop, I use the shit out of that. There's literally like a dot left in there, but I have its own compact now. But this blush is so amazing. I really wish they could come out with this in its own compact, because this is a really, really good blush. Just apply it at the apples of my cheeks. Take the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Luminous Light. This is the mini one. Obviously, look how tiny it is. But I've had this for like 4 months now. I use it almost every single day, and it hasn't even been dented, and it's like $20 compared to the full-size one, which is really big, for like $55 or $50 or something like that. I would really suggest just getting the tiny one, because like I said, I use this almost every single day and you can't even tell. So it's definitely worth it if you would just want to try it out. I'm just going to apply that right over top of the blush. I just love how much life it gives back to the face. Such a natural, like, glow within kind of powder, but this isn't enough for me. I really like the beaming highlight. This is just like a nice base for it. Now I'm going to spray my face one more time. And kind of just melt in everything that I did. Kind of let that sit for a little bit, and then I'm going to go in with my highlight. Sorry if I just blinded you. I'm using the Champagne Pop and the Amrezy highlight. I'm just going to mix both of them and just apply it at the high points of my cheeks. I like to do my nose highlight with my fingertip. I feel like the brush kind of just like throws it all over the place, which I like for my cheeks, but not so much for the nose. And then for like the apples of my cheeks, I kind of just like to like pat it out right there so it's not so bam right in your face. I have a lot of texture there, so I kind of just want to make it a little bit more natural. And then one more time, I just go in, kind of just exactly like where I put the highlight, to melt that in. For the lips, I'm going to be using the Dose of Colors liquid lipstick in New Chica. This is in collaboration with I Love Sarah He. Then I'm going to top that off with the Wet n Wild gloss in the shade Send Nudes. I actually bought this and I thought it was a liquid lipstick, and because the color is just like perfect. So I bought this, I put it on, and as I was putting it on, I was like, God, this formulation is so much different than any liquid lipstick I've used before. Well, that's because it's not a liquid lipstick, it's a gloss. But honestly, I don't have a lot of glosses. I'm not a very glossy girl, but I'm now starting to get into them. So I really like this. A lot of them that I have like shimmers or like flecks of gold in it, and this is kind of just like a solid opaque color, and I really like that. Okay, and that completes this look. I hope you guys like it. Like I said, this is just my normal everyday, like going to, I have a hair on my nose, going to work or run errands or whatever, like nothing like super glam. This is probably really glam to most people, but for me, this is kind of just like my everyday type of makeup where I don't have a lot of going on the eyes. My base usually typically stays the same. I don't really skip on any of the steps for my base. It's kind of like my everyday or like soft glam, no makeup look is usually like really lighter eyes. So like no shimmers, no liner, no like really dark smoke, nothing like that. It's kind of just all mattes, very neutrals, bronzy type of look. If you really wanted to like kind of like even like pop this up a little bit more, you could definitely go in with a shimmer right on top, and that would really take this to the next level and make it look more like glam. I've actually done that before where I wore this all day at work, and then later on when I got home, we were going out to dinner or we were going out with friends, and I would just go in with a shimmer, kind of pop it right in, and it kind of just like gives this look more life. So that's very versatile. So it's a look that could go from day to night very, very easily. You could even throw some liner on if you really wanted to on top later on through the day, and that would also really elevate this look. All right, that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys like it. Please like this video, leave a comment below with what your everyday makeup look looks like, or what products you're loving right now, or what you guys want to see next. Like I said, I love suggestions. I want to know what you guys want to see, since you guys are the ones watching my videos. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way you get notified every single time I upload a video. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye. Instant sweat.